Hi everybody, and welcome back to Mystic Meows Tarot. If you tuned in to my Instagram stories earlier today, you saw that I posted oracle cards for each zodiac sign. We're going to go ahead and take a deeper look at those same cards right now. All of your zodiac signs will be timestamped down below, so you can skip right on ahead to that. But first, I would like to thank everybody who has subscribed so far, everyone that's been watching, liking, sharing, commenting. Every little bit has helped my channel grow little by little, and I'm super excited to see how far it can go. So thank you for that. I hope you guys get some valuable insight out of this today. Hi Aries, welcome to your week ahead reading. So earlier today I pulled the Healing Chaos card, which you can see there's this tornado going through. It has butterflies in it, so that, indicates that there's this period of transformation right now. It's kind of like the Tower card, like things just feel like they're being uprooted when you don't want to uproot them, and you're having to face things in your life that maybe you feel maybe a bit cornered to face. And then you got Show the World the Real You. So basically, I feel like you've gotten so wrapped up in the stress of daily life that you've kind of forgotten who you actually are and what it is that you want in your life. And so this Healing Chaos is basically saying for you to transform and take a step back from, everything that's going on right now. Despite, this tornadic activity going around you, it's time for you to find that center of the storm and find calm and address what it is that you really, really want and what you need and who you actually are. Which, that can be a very vulnerable thing to do sometimes, but necessary. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards now to take a look a little deeper here. This is for my Aries. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, please at this time join me and all the higher selves of the Aries that are watching at this time to deliver clear and honest messages so that they can make the most of their week ahead. Okay, this is for Aries. Okay, so I'm gonna get 6 cards here. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the Tower card actually came up again, so I think that's definitely what's going on here. We just have confirmation. Okay, so in the past, you got the Strength card. So I feel like in the past, you really were kind of stepping outside of your comfort levels, having to deal with a lot of things. It was really like you were trying to tame the beast, and sometimes that can be very difficult and that can be very stressful and is very draining. Currently, you've got the Sun. So the Sun is coming out and you're starting to get a little bit of clarity on, how to move forward at this point. You're starting to feel like you really do have to embrace some vulnerability. You can see it's like a little naked baby. He's riding that horse off into the distance. So there is an element of being free with who you are and yourself, which goes back to that Show the World the Real You card. And in the future, I see you being a little bit defensive, but I feel like this is a positive way of being defensive. This is more of like standing your ground. So in the past, with this Healing Chaos energy, it's like everything is just coming at you full speed, and it feels like a lot, and it feels very burdensome. And at this point, you really are just saying like, hey, stop. This is me time now. I have to address what's going on. I'm trying to be this little naked baby of clarity and vulnerability, but I can't as long as everything's coming in. So it's like you're kind of stepping into your power and asserting that you need this time to sort things out so that you get the best outcome, which I do see a great outcome here. So your blockage right now, you got the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is like a nurturer. She's the caretaker of the people that she loves. She's the one that provides love and abundance and all of those things that help everything around her blossom and grow. I feel like your blockage is maybe that you're taking care of everyone else and not taking care of yourself. So this is probably a time to keep that little pinnacle that's in her lap and not give it away to other people. And I know in your head you probably think, well, that's selfish of me, like I need to support the people that I love. It's like, well, you can continue to support them, but also they'll respect the fact that you need to step back and work on yourself a little bit. At least just have some like me time, you know? So the advice was that Tower card that I mentioned earlier with the healing chaos. It really is just like this, you know, strike of lightning coming down and making everything fall apart. And this is like you falling here. But because it's in the advice section of this reading, it's really like give into sudden change, give into things coming in very swiftly and abruptly, and don't feel like you have to defend yourself against that necessarily, but just go with the flow. And it's like the universe is ushering in this big change, and sometimes it has to be really big in order for things to have significant and good change. So don't be scared of it, let it happen. So then in the outcome card, you got the Hierophant, which the Hierophant is all about kind of keeping things in order, being very spiritually balanced, guided by like commitment and those sorts of things. So I feel like this is saying that you will commit to this healing of yourself and basically banishing that tornado away by embracing it. So I think this is a really great reading for you, Aries. So I hope you guys have a really great week. And if you enjoyed this reading, if you found it insightful or anything, please comment down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. And any subscriptions, anything like that would be really fantastic to help my channel grow and reach more people, so that eventually I can get monetized and start getting better gear and better lighting and all of those things to make the channel the best that it can be. So thank you guys, and I'll see y'all next week. Hi Taurus, and welcome to your week ahead reading. Earlier today I picked a couple of oracle cards that I posted on my Instagram stories as a sneak peek as to what your reading is today for the rest of the week. So we're going to expand on those cards right now and use the tarot deck to dig in a little bit deeper. So what I pulled for you earlier was, what do you need to release? And you got that paired with the Freedom card. So I really feel like there's a little bit of baggage that you might be holding on to, and you may not even be aware of it. With that Freedom card, it's really saying that this week is the time for you to start sorting through what serves you and what doesn't, especially being Scorpio season right now. It's all about transformation and like shedding of layers, rebirth. It's kind of like that Phoenix rising type of season. So releasing those burdens, maybe even responsibilities that no longer serve you, people that don't serve you anymore, situations, even like decluttering your house, or, you know, taking something to Goodwill, whatever it may be, it's going to feel very liberating for you. And we're going to take a look into the tarot to see a little bit more about that. So angels, spirit guides, ancestors, and higher selves of all of the Taurians that are watching right now, please join me at this time, speak through the cards to give me the clearest answers for what lies ahead in Taurus's week, so that they can have the best week possible, because that's what we want. Okay, this is for Taurus. All right, Taurus. One more. Okay, we're gonna get 6 cards. Okay. Okay. All right, your week is looking pretty good. So in the current past, you have the 8 of Wands. So there may have just been a lot of incoming communication to you from somebody else, or maybe even just like responsibilities shooting at you. There's a lot coming at you and a lot for you to have to deal with, or have to, you know, communicate back, respond to emails, you know, just dealing with a lot of things. And it feeling like, you know, once the wand is already in the air, there's really no stopping it, and that you have to deal with it. You know, there's no pausing that. But right now you have the Hanged Man, and so that is talking about pause. That is talking about getting a new perspective, rethinking, you know, where you are in life, what else you want, how you can get there, how you've gotten to this place in life, and, you know, the what do you need to release. It's like you're really taking the time now this week to dig deep and think about that, which is great. In the future, you have the 10 of Swords. And this is near future, so this week. This is like the ending of a cycle. So this really does feel like that freedom card. I know it looks really scary. It's like a dead guy with all these swords in his back. But if you look in the background, you've got the sun rising again. So it's basically saying, you know, again, with that scorpionic energy that's in the air right now, it's like, hey, you've ended something here, and it's time to start fresh, have a clean slate. And now that you've reassessed with that Hanged Man energy what it is that you need to let go of, then that sun can rise again, and you can basically be reborn, you know, metaphorically, which is super exciting. It's a very cleansing type of energy. And anyways, the blockages that you have right now is the 4 of Wands. So to me, this is talking about maybe like dealing with your home life, dealing with the prospects of a partner or something like that. It's dealing with just the burdens of maybe not having everything that you want at this point, or not being sure if what you do have currently is like end game for you, basically. So you could be spending a lot of time this week reassessing, you know, how your house is set up, where you actually live, who you actually are interested in, and, you know, who you have partnerships with as far as, you know, love goes, or business partners, anything like that. So I think your blockages lie in those kind of homey type relationships. So the advice here is the Ace of Cups. So with the Ace of Cups in the advice position, I feel like this is saying that you really need to, you know, start fresh with your emotions. It's like letting go of everything, kind of like with this, you know, 10 of Swords energy. It's like you've let go of everything at this point, and now your advice is to just like let it all out, start fresh. You know, the aces are the very first card in each suit, so it's really just like the start of a new cycle. And cups have to do with, you know, the heart space, your emotions, how you're feeling about things. So, you know, your advice is really to find what makes your heart space feel really good, and like what makes your emotional like identity feel balanced. And in the outcome, you got your own card, Taurus. This is the King of Pentacles. You can see there's bulls flanking his throne here. So the King of Pentacles really has it all in the realm of this 4 of Wands energy. He's got, you know, a great home life. He has very committed, loyal relationships. He's very giving, and he doesn't ask for a lot in return. He's also, you know, like very just well off, but very humble about it. So it's a very humble spirit. It's a very Taurus type of energy. And the fact that you got that in the outcome position makes me just think that you're just really going to be in your power this week. So that's super exciting, and I wish you the best of luck, Taurus, for your week ahead. If you guys liked this, resonated with it, I would love to hear about it in the comments down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And you know, every little interaction helps my channel to grow. Eventually I can get monetized so that I can start getting new decks, better gear, better lighting, all of those things to help make everything better for you guys for each new video. So thank you guys, and I'll see y'all next week. So this is going to be your week ahead reading for the week of October 25th through November 1st. If you tuned into my Instagram stories earlier today, then you saw that I posted 2 oracle cards for you that we're going to expand on right now. So the first one you got was taking risks, and you got that paired with step out of your comfort zone. So what that's really telling me at this time is that maybe you've been holding back a little bit, and it's time to do some of those big things that are on your list and take, you know, some very confident leaps of faith and spread your wings and fly. And just trust that, you know, the universe will be there to catch you. And if it doesn't really go exactly as you wanted, you still, you know, started something new, you took the opportunity and you tried something, and what's going to end up happening is new doors are going to open, new opportunities are going to come into your life no matter what. Whereas if you stay stagnant and you stay where you are right now, you're just going to stay in that kind of stuck energy. So step out of your comfort zone, try something a little bit different, maybe something that you think might be hard, or something that you're just, you know, not qualified for, or whatever it may be. Go ahead and go for it. That's what I'm getting. Okay, Gemini, so we're also going to look a little further into your tarot cards. I'm going to pull 6 different cards here. Take a look at your past, your current, and your future energy, as well as what your blockages are, what your advice is, and what the overall outcome is for this week. So this is for Gemini. Angels, spirit guides, ancestors, and the higher selves of my Geminis, please send clear and honest answers through the cards so that we can communicate the best possible outcome for Gemini's week ahead. Okay, the cards are flying. Let's try that one more time. One more time for Gemini. Okay, that feels good. Okay, Gemini. Ooh, okay. Well, that's looking really good. Okay, so I feel like this week you might have a little hesitation in taking that risk that was talked about in the oracle cards here. So let's get into that a little further. So in the recent past, you had the Ace of Wands. So to me, this is like a brand new start in something dealing with your passions, creative energy, passions in love, passions, you know, in work, passions all over the place, you know, whether it's cooking, painting, writing, you know, whatever it may be. It's like in the past you've been really thinking and reflecting on how to, you know, take that and propel yourself forward. So currently you're in this 9 of Pentacles energy. And with that 9 of Pentacles, it's like you feel like you are thriving. You're doing really well, but there's just some element that's missing right now. It's like, you know, it's one step away from the 10. This is almost like you've got things turning in your favor. You have abundance coming in for you. You've kind of planted the right seeds. They're starting to grow. You're starting to reap that reward, but it's not quite exactly what you wanted yet. So in the future though, you got that Ace of Cups, which typically the Nine of Pentacles, the one thing that she is missing is that Cups energy. So the fact that this Ace of Cups is coming in the future is just saying that you will get exactly what it is that you feel like you're missing. This could be a fresh start in love. This could be just a renewed like sense of self, a new emotional kind of rebalancing, and just feeling like really good about everything. This is a very happy card. So your blockages, you got the Moon card. So the Moon card, you can see there's these dogs howling at it. It seems a little ominous. Basically, the Moon card is about things being a bit hidden. So I think the blockages right now are that you are having a really hard time actually seeing what your path is and how to take those steps, because, you know, there could be you know, a big hole in the path, or a twig that's fallen, or something that might, you know, trip you up and you can't quite see it. And so you're being hesitant to go down that path because you're just a little bit, you know, afraid that you're gonna misstep. So that's your blockage right now, is that you're not getting the clarity that you need. Maybe you're not even like looking for it in the right place quite yet. So the advice is the Six of Pentacles. So in the advice section here, the Six of Pentacles tells me that you're really having to balance how much you give versus how much you take. Right now it seems like you might be giving more of yourself than you are taking. And taking is kind of a negative word, more than you're receiving. So it feels like maybe you need to find balance in that and stop giving of yourself quite so much to others, and to really focus on your own journey. And if you do that, maybe that moon will go down and the sun will come up and you'll have your path lit up. And in the outcome card, like I said earlier, it seems like maybe you aren't quite there to take that risk yet, take that leap of faith, because you did get the Four of Pentacles, which is really holding back, you know, being a little hesitant, being guarded, and not budging. You know, he's not budging from that little throne that he's on. He's holding on to everything that he's got with dear life, because he feels like, you know, he's earned these little things, and, you know, they're all that he's got, basically. Well, he needs to let loose a little bit, put those things down, and take some risks, you know, step out of your comfort zone. Right now he's like in his comfort zone, but as you can see, he's just like unapproachable. So, you know, unapproachable to opportunities, unapproachable to people, unapproachable to like financial career, anything like that, as long as he's just like, you know, clammed up. So all right, Gemini, that is your reading for the week ahead. I hope that gives you a little bit of clarity. Hopefully that gets that moon energy, you know, swept away a little bit, and you feel confident to go ahead and make a new bold move. So if you resonated with this, if you got any insight out of it, I would love to hear about it down below. So if you could leave any comments, likes, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you would. Every little bit will help me out tremendously to grow this channel. So thank you, Gemini, and I hope you have a great week, and welcome to your week ahead reading. If you tuned into my Instagram stories earlier today, then you probably saw that I pulled a couple of oracle cards for you already, and we're going to expand on those today with tarot cards, go a little bit deeper. So the cards that I got were Gateway and Don't Let the Past Hold You Back. So with that Gateway card, you can see there's this like magical unicorn, this mystical forest. It really makes me think of this like portal energy, which right now with the Scorpio season that we're in, it really is a period of transformation, of, you know, rising from the ashes, cycles, you know, those sorts of things. So I feel like right now it's like saying that everything that you have been manifesting, everything that you have been trying to draw into your life, there's finally this portal almost like that has opened up this week that allows you to step out of that just like endless cycle and step into something new, let go of this past energy that's been holding you back, and you know, embrace all of the little magical things in your life and, you know, start fresh. So yeah, definitely let go of everything that's been going on in the past. I know this year has been really, really rough for most people, if not everyone. So we're going to take a look at the tarot cards now. We're going to look at the past, current, and future energies, as well as your blockages, some advice, and the outcome for you for this week. So angels, spirit guides, ancestors, the higher selves of all of the Cancers that are watching this with me here today, please speak through these cards to help us navigate how they can best shape their week ahead. So this is for Cancer. And pull 6 cards, please. Okay, one more. Okay. All right, first card out. There we go. Okay, interesting. Okay, Cancer. So in the past, we have the Knight of Cups. So in the past, it's almost like there's been these offers coming in for you, like maybe things from the past that you thought were long gone, that hadn't been dealt with. It is Mercury retrograde right now, so I feel like there's a lot of past energy that's coming back, and coming back into your life. So this could be, you know, the past marching back in, trying to say like, hey, love me, embrace me, you know, revisit me. And I'm not talking about a person necessarily, but, you know, certain elements or toxic cycles in your life, whatever it may be, just kind of coming back, creeping back into your life when you thought maybe you had already let it go. But with that, don't let your past hold you back, you know. It's time to let go of that. In the current energy, you have the Knight of Wands. You have another Knight. And if you can see, they're like going head to head. So I feel like you are kind of fired up about these elements coming back into your life that you thought that you had freed yourself from. And you're realizing maybe that there's still some baggage that's there that still needs to be addressed. So you're a little bit fired up, maybe a little bit hot-tempered about it. Maybe not visibly, but inside you're starting to boil a little bit about just everything that's going on in the state that you're in, and just not being able to get out of these cycles, like that gateway not opening up. In the near future, you got the 8 of Swords. So I see in the near future, this is you getting to a point where you're just like so stuck in your head about everything that is coming back from the past, or all these old behaviors or patterns, or just, you know, you're starting to just see that time repeats itself, and it's a little bit annoying to you. You're like, I thought I had already gone through that and done that. So, you know, in the near future, this is about just being really stuck in your head about it, and not knowing really how to free yourself from it, because you are a little bit heated about the situation, you know? So your blockage right now, you got the Lovers card. Don't take this card literally. This doesn't have to be like a romantic partner or a husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever it may be. This is more so about balancing your physical self, your mental self, and your spiritual self. So if you can see, like in the Lovers card, the male figure represents the like earthly self, and he's looking at the mental self, which is here, and she's looking up at the spiritual self. So it's like they all, you know, have to be in balance, basically. This is like, you know, the Holy Trinity, basically. So your blockage right now is maybe that you are, you know, your mental self, your spiritual self, and your earthly self are just not in sync. So this could be something that you need to do some grounding with, you know, go take your shoes off and step outside on the dirt, maybe sit and meditate a little bit, or, you know, if you're not into meditation, just, you know, have a quiet room where you can just reflect or even write out your thoughts. And then express gratitude for, you know, what you do have and what's good in your life to the universe, you know, or whatever it is that you believe in spiritually. Communicate with that and, you know, bring all of those elements into flow. So the advice is, I know I just gave some advice, but you got the Page of Cups. So this is like taking things a little less seriously. You know, if he's got a fish in his cup, everyone else's cups have, you know, the finest waters from, you know, the finest seas and whatever, and he's the only one that's got a little cup in it. So this is like a little bit more of an immature energy, but like in a positive way. In the advice section, it's just saying, don't take things so seriously, don't get so caught up in your head, like learn to laugh about things and know that everything can be let go. Don't hold on to it so tightly. Just, you know, be a little bit more open to the possibilities of what could come, basically, and stop being so stuck on what is and what was. So in the outcome card, you have the Seven of Cups. So in the outcome card, it's kind of a little bit different than this future card here with the Eight of Swords. It's like here you're really stuck and you're blindfolded and you feel like there's nowhere to go, and you're just, you know, really in your head. Here with this Seven of Cups energy, however, it's like you've got all of these options, all of these opportunities. Where do I go? I've got my whole life ahead of me. I've got so many opportunities. I've got so many paths that I could take. And now it's like being at that point of trying to figure out, you know, how do I step into this gateway? Which cup do I choose to take with me through that gateway so that I have the best opportunity for success? So right now it's kind of like you're, you know, daydreaming a little bit and planning a little bit and trying to sort through what's good and what's not going to take you far. You know, some of these cups still have the past in them, so you don't want to choose those cups. You want to choose brand new, beautiful future cups. So Cancer, I hope that helped with whatever you're dealing with at this time. If you resonated with this reading at all, I would love to hear it down below in the comments. Any thumbs up or subscriptions would be super awesome. I'd be super grateful. And yeah, I hope you guys have a really great week, and I will talk to you. Welcome to your week ahead reading. We're going to look at the 2 oracle cards that I pulled earlier today in my Instagram stories. If you were able to check those out, awesome. If not, we're going to talk about them again today. And we're also going to dive into your tarot cards too, just to get a little further insight. So the first card that I had pulled for you was A Time for Healing. And then the second one was Relaxation. I think those paired really nicely together. And what this is just telling me is that, you know, as a Leo, as a fire sign, you know, you're always just bringing this very, very strong energy to the table. You're always working very hard. You're very confident and, you know, charming, and you're just a people person usually. And that energy can just really, really drain you. And you get into this position where you think, I can't rest, I can't stop, I have responsibilities, I have to keep going, I have to keep growing, I have to keep like bringing this positivity to everyone around me and bringing this like full charged energy. But the truth is like, you're not going to be able to carry on that way forever without taking some time for yourself every so often. So this week I feel like, especially with Scorpio season being here, it's all about transformation, you know, death, rebirth, finding yourself, rising up from the ashes, those sorts of things. Those are all very Scorpionic type of energies. It's all about cycles. And right now you're kind of at that bottom of the cycle where it's like you really need to draw a warm bath, read a book, like just disconnect from the world, stop, you know, having to be at everybody's beck and call. Like, this is your time. So my cats are playing in a box behind the camera, so if you hear a bunch of random scratchy sounds, that's them having a blast in their box and ignoring their fancy cat tower. That's what they do. Okay, so angels, spirit guides, ancestors, and the higher selves of my Leos, please join me here at this time so that we can give clear, honest advice to the Leos for the week ahead so that they can have the most successful week possible, because that's exactly what we want. Okay, I'm gonna get 6 cards. We're gonna do past, current, future energy, what your blockages are, what advice you have, and the outcome for your week. So this is for Leo. This is for Leo. Okay, there's our first card. Second, third. We're gonna get 3 more. Okay, interesting. Wow, this is really, really beautiful. Like, really beautiful. So that's great, Leo. Okay, so in the past you had, and this is like recent past, you have the Queen of Swords. This is you, if you can see, the Queen is not looking at you. She's, you know, giving you the side of her face. She's got her sword up. It's basically you getting to a point where just you felt the world crushing in around you and just so much responsibility and just so many incoming people wanting to talk to you, needing answers, needing emails returned. You know, you had to go grocery shopping, you had to, you know, pay the bills, you had to do this, that, and you have, you know, hobbies and your Instagram account and whatever it may be. You have all of it and it's building, and you're just at that point in the very recent past where you're putting your sword up and saying, you know what, this is too much, and this is becoming overwhelming, and I just need everyone to back the F up, you know? So, in the current energy, you have a World card. This is you closing one door and opening another. It really is this like Scorpio energy. We're in Scorpio season right now, where you are transitioning from one cycle into a new one, death and rebirth kind of a thing. Guys, stop with the box. Oh my goodness, I hope that's not super loud, but they're having a blast with that. Hey, cut it out, y'all. Mystic Meows Tarot, there's lots of cats. Okay. So yeah, you're in that transition phase right now where you're just kind of phasing out of all of this chaos and all of this just like hectic energy, and just everyone kind of taking your energy from you, and you've put up your Queen of Swords sword, and now you're transitioning out of that into this star energy. So this is you pouring out all of your burdens. This is, you can see she's, you know, naked under the stars here. She's in a like very vulnerable place. Oh my goodness. Okay. Give me 1 second. So yeah, you really are just like pouring out this all of these burdens, and you're guided by the stars here. So it's like something maybe that you've been hoping and wishing for and not really knowing like how to do it. But you know, you're finding the ability to be grounded and tap into, you know, your emotions that have been building that maybe you haven't been facing so much. So your blockages, you've got the Hierophant. So the Hierophant to me in the blockages area makes me feel like your commitments and stuff are what's blocking you. Maybe you're overcommitted to too many things, and you're just, you know, feeling overwhelmed by that. And, you know, it really is just that time for needing to relax. This can also just mention that maybe, and this could be for some people, not for everybody, but that your commitments in your life are not bringing back the same things that you're giving. So perhaps, you know, the people, your jobs, relationships, you know, lovers, whatever, you're giving a lot and their level of commitment is just not the same as what you would hope or expect. So again, that's only for some people. So the advice is the Strength card. This is your card here, Leo. One of your cards, obviously there's the lion there, which is the Leo energy. This is about taming the beast. This is about finding balance. This is about going within and not snapping, not breaking, but being able to take a deep breath, let it out, you know, heal, and really just address all of the beasts in your life, you know. So that's really good. And then the outcome is the Empress card, which is super awesome. She is all of the queens of the tarot's energies combined. So she's nurturing, she's loving, she's represented by Venus and Aphrodite. She's, you know, very wise, she's super intelligent, she is a go-getter and independent, but she's also kind of like the mother of the tarot deck and the wife of the tarot deck. Like she's just, she's the full package. So I think what this is saying, if you can see, she's in her like dressing gown and she's lounging and she's just like cool and chill as can be. As the outcome card, I feel like that's you after you've tamed your beasts and then you go right into relaxation mode and you start healing and pouring out all of your burdens. Then you're gonna come out like this glamorous queen right here. And tarot is non-gender, so this can apply to you if you identify as male, female. If you don't identify as either, whatever it may be, this can refer to your, you know, cat that's a Leo, whatever it may be. You're in that power, and that's really super exciting. So, okay, Leo, thank you guys for tuning in. If you resonated with this, I would love to hear about it down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Hi Virgo, and welcome to your week ahead reading. If you tuned into my Instagram stories earlier today, then you saw I pulled 2 oracle messages for you, which we're now going to expand on and pull some actual tarot cards to help us just go a little bit deeper. So the first card that I pulled out for you was Community. And the second one, which I just realized I hadn't even noticed before, is an actual Virgo card. And it says, you are good enough. This is the full moon in Virgo energy. So the initial message that I got out of this is like, maybe you've been a little closed off. Maybe you haven't felt like you are quite yourself right now. Maybe you feel like you don't fit in quite enough, or there's some parts of yourself that you want to work on before you like rejoin society, basically. I feel like that's a very common thing for this year, you know, I mean 2020 and everything that we're dealing with. But this is like saying you have a support system, you have friends, you have family, You know, there's even people that you're not even aware of that are supporting you and rooting for you and think that you're really awesome. So time to tap into that energy and, you know, do the same for yourself. Realize that you're really awesome and that you have a community that can help you feel good about yourself and help you pull yourself out of that like hermit kind of energy, which is super awesome. So we're going to take a look at your tarot now. I'm going to pull 6 cards for your past, recent past, current, and near future, as well as the blockages that you might be facing right now, advice for those blockages, and the outcome for your week ahead. So, all right, angels, spirit guides, ancestors, and the higher selves of all of the Virgos that are tuning into this video, please join me to give clear, honest direction and answers to the Virgos out there so that they can have the best week ahead possible. So that's the ultimate goal here, right? Okay, this is for Virgo. This is for Virgo. Okay, one more. This is for Virgo. Okay, 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, Virgo, that's a pretty nice reading. So in the near or the recent past, you got the 3 of Pentacles. So the 3 of Pentacles is all about starting to build connections, starting to like lay the foundation down before you really start building the house on top of it. Without that foundation, you know, the building will crumble. Essentially, the relationship will crumble. Whatever new, you know, outlet that you're seeking right now is not going to be able to stand on its own legs unless you really do all of the little steps underneath to make sure that it can like support itself and support you. So, currently you've got this 2 of Cups energy. You can see there's these 2 people. It's super symmetrical and balanced. They've got these equal cups. This is all about harmony and balance. This is about, you know, going from 1 to 2. This is also, I feel like, referencing this kind of community card where it's saying, you know, find harmony and find balance with the people that support you. And that's kind of like the energy that you're in right now, is you're just maybe, especially with the Mercury retrograde energy, you know, reaching out to old friends that you haven't talked to in a while, you know, letting your emotions out, spilling some secrets, telling some truths, not necessarily bad secrets, just maybe things that you hadn't talked to people about before. And you're starting to open up and find that, you know, all of these people are giving you a shoulder to lean on that maybe you were scared that wouldn't be there. So in the near future, you have the King of Wands. Here we go. The King of Wands energy is, he's a very fiery king. He represents the fire element. So he could be very strong-willed. So I feel like in the near future, you know, he's also very confident. I feel like you're going to find your confidence. You're going to be able to find that fire within you to really step into that like king position of like knowing what it is you want, knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing that you're really awesome and that, you know, you have all of this self-love inside for yourself, you know. So your blockage right now, you got the 3 of Wands. So that blockage is not feeling like you're ready to just go out and get anything on your own, or to connect with people on your own. The blockage is like you're kind of waiting for people to come to you. You're waiting for people to maybe notice that you haven't been messaging them as much, or notice that you haven't been as talkative, or notice that you haven't been like showing your face as much on social media, or whatever it may be. you're kind of hoping that you don't have to make the first move, because that would be so much easier and put you in much less of a vulnerable state. So I think your blockage right now is that, you know, you're just kind of stagnant and waiting, when the reality is that, you know, you kind of just have to wave down some of these ships that are sailing by yourself and say, hey, I really need to like connect with somebody. I just need to like talk to somebody, hang out with somebody. I just need someone else's energy. Like, we don't even have to talk about anything like dramatic or emotional. Just being in the presence of others that like appreciate you is what you're seeking. So the advice, you got the 10 of Cups. I feel like it's a little bit redundant of what I just said, but basically the advice is to connect. It's to, you know, think about all of the things that you're super grateful for in your life, the people you're grateful for in your life, and also look very closely at all of your full cups, all of your little ducks that are in a row, not anybody else's or not what anybody else thinks, but just knowing like, oh, hey, like I have a roof over my head, and I got a college degree, and I pay the bills on my own, and I make the car payments, and I made a really delicious batch of cookies that I gave to the neighbors and they loved it, and you know, whatever it may be. Just take a look at all of those little things and realize, you know, how awesome you are and that you are good enough. And then your outcome here is just you getting to work. This is kind of like the intern of the tarot deck. He's basically just there to get to work. You know, under the guidance of other people, under, you know, realizing after talking to several people, getting advice. It's like getting to work. It can also indicate like a therapeutic type of nature. So, you know, you're letting everything out. You're really, you know, etching down everything that you feel good about in your life, so that you can move forward and, you know, eventually cash all of these things in and feel really confident about yourself and level up. So yeah, I know I kind of stumbled through that last card, but basically it's just about you preparing to level up. So that's super exciting. And it is really going to take, you know, being a part of a community and the people that support you, you know, even if it's just like 1 or 2 people, or if it's like 100 people, whatever it may be, you know, tap into that energy and let them help you see your worth. Okay, Virgos, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope there was some insight in that reading for you. If there was, I would love to hear about it down in the comments down below. And if you're not subscribed yet, I would super appreciate your subscription so that you can stay in the know on future video drops. And yeah, I hope that you guys have the best week possible. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Hi Libras, and welcome to your week ahead reading. If you tuned into my Instagram stories earlier today, then you saw that I pulled a couple of oracle messages for you. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at those same 2 oracle cards and dive a little deeper with the tarot cards. The first card that you got was meditate and contemplate, and that was paired with opportunity. So to me, I feel like initially this is just saying that it's time for you to really assess what it is that's important to you. Think about what it is that you want in your life and where you want to go, and it's time to literally sit down with a pen and paper and write out a plan for the coming days, weeks, months, or even years. You know, you can even do a whole life plan if you want. I suggest, you know, smaller increments so that it stays very achievable and realistic. But this is talking about, you know, really going within and finding what it is that you want. And when you do that, and you get out of that like stuck energy of just kind of, you know, wandering through life planless, then all of a sudden, you know, these opportunities are going to come in for you, and they're going to be just super abundant. You just have to watch for them and be open to these opportunities, and they will come. So this week, I feel like you really do have to just be putting on the brakes right now and seriously taking a look at where you want to be in the next, you know, increment of time of your choice. So, angels, spirit guides, ancestors, and the higher selves of my Libras that are watching this video, please join me with these cards at this time to deliver clear, honest messages so that I can help my Libras to have the best week possible and help them to find these opportunities that are knocking on their door. Okay, we're gonna pull 6 cards. We're gonna do past, current, future energy, as well as what your blockages are, any advice for you, and what the overall outcome of everything is for your week. So this is for Libra. This is for Libra. Okay, one more. Okay, that feels good. All right, for Libra. Ooh, Empress. Page of Cups. Temperance. 6 of Wands. Strength. And the 5 of Cups. Okay. So there's a lot of really positive energies here. The outcome, we're going to have to take a little bit closer of a look at, but I feel like maybe you're spending a little too much time in that contemplation mode and not in the let's take action mode, which maybe, you know, that's just this week is you're just really, really going within, you're really, really trying to figure out what makes you happy and what doesn't. And then next week, or, you know, a very near point in time, you'll be able to actually start to take action and start to realize those opportunities. So in the recent past, you have the Empress card. So what I'm getting here is that in the recent past, you were feeling very confident, very relaxed. I feel like you were almost just kind of in this comfortable place in your life. Really just sitting back. You can see she's just like in this lounge chair, in this comfy robe, just hanging out. And even though she's like a super confident and powerful Empress, who's just, you know, full of just self-worth and love for herself and whatever, it's like there's not enough fire energy in her to push her forward, propel her out of the position that she's in right now. So maybe you're just in this kind of like comfort zone, which I understand. Like, we all love to be in the comfort zone. It feels really great. But in this current energy, you got the Page of Cups. And so I feel like it's like you aren't taking things quite seriously enough. It's almost like maybe you're a little bit like undeveloped or immature in your emotions. You're not facing the fact that things are making you feel a certain way. You're just kind of just in that comfort zone, not wanting to go there, not wanting to tap into the emotional side of things, not wanting to, you know, have to stop and think about something that might be uncomfortable or uncertain, like the future. But in the near future, you do have the Temperance card. So if you can see this angelic spirit here is passing this water, which represents emotions and feelings, back and forth between 2 cups, right? Like tempering these energies. So what you're doing is you're finally kind of You see there's one toe in the water here. It's like you're finally stepping in to those emotions and those feelings and away from that comfort zone a little bit and starting to be a little bit more vulnerable with yourself, which is a really great place to be. You're starting to get into that like meditate and contemplate kind of energy. So your blockages, you got the 6 of Wands. So this could be, the blockage is maybe ego. Maybe you're a little bit too confident that things will just kind of happen, or confident that things are going to just kind of naturally work themselves out. It's great to think that the universe has our backs because, you know, if you give all of your positive energy towards the universe, it will provide back. But unless you're actually making small steps, that energy is not going to like take action on you in your life. So I feel like this really is the blockage is just that you have this mentality of just like everything will work out. You are Libra, which you're represented, you know, by the scales of justice, and I think you just feel like, oh, the universe is just going to right all wrongs. The universe is going to balance everything out. I just need to sit back and relax and everything will get taken care of. That's, like I said, can be great, but right now this is a major blockage for you. Your advice is strength. Your advice is you need to, you know, get that fire energy under your butt that I was talking about, the Empress doesn't really have. You need to just like get that energy going. You need to step up and try and tackle some of these things, you know, get out of your comfort zone. You know, this is, I feel like this Temperance angel here coming in and taking things head on confidently, getting out of that comfort zone, taking and seizing opportunities. The outcome here is the 5 of Cups, which this can be a negative card, but I think in this case, this really is like sometimes when you've been in that comfort zone for so long and you don't face the things that are burdening you, or you don't face realities, you don't like step up and tackle that lion, you just kind of passively sit back and hope that things work themselves out. When you do that, and then you finally start to address your emotions and you start to meditate and contemplate, it's like the floodgates open. And I feel like once you do this, which is imperative that you do, you're going to feel a little bit of a low, but that's just part of the process, and you can't not go through it just because it's like uncomfortable. You have to go through it. So this guy right here is, you know, thinking about all of these things, all of these emotions, all of these feelings, everything that's been holding him back, everything that's been building pressure. And then right behind him is that 2 of Cups that's standing up, which represents an opportunity. So meditate and contemplate, which is what he's doing here, and an opportunity, which is right behind him. So at the end of the week, I think you're still going to kind of be in that energy. Hopefully by the start of November, you'll just be ready to take the beast by the horns, or, you know, by the mane since it's a lion. But anyways, Libras, I hope this resonated with you guys. If you enjoyed the reading, I would love it if you would comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And I hope that your week is awesome, and I'll see you guys next time. Hi Scorpios, and welcome to your week ahead reading. So if you tuned into my Instagram stories earlier today, then you saw that I posted 2 oracle messages for your week ahead. We're going to take a deeper look into those 2 cards right now, as well as take a look at the tarot messages from the Rider-Waite deck. But before we get into that, I just want to say happy Scorpio season. The cards that we actually pulled for you today are super Scorpionic. You actually got your own Scorpio card, which is pretty awesome. You got the it's time to release negativity card, and you got the power card. So in this Scorpio season, it is all about cycles and that transformative energy, endings, new beginnings, death, rebirth, all of those things. Tapping into the mysterious side of things, getting a little esoteric, all of that, just really stepping into your power and being able to just command a room, essentially. So, like I said, with that stepping into the power, you definitely got that card, but you also got it's time to release negativity, which goes back to those cycles. So it's time for anything that has been bothering you, anything that you've been holding on to all year, that might be, you know, festering inside of you or been on the verge of coming out. Now then, Scorpio season is the time to let that out, to release that negative energy, to have a clean slate, to start over, start fresh, and to not be burdened by those things anymore. You know, this is like setting the stage for this whole next, you know, solar cycle, or, you know, of our trip around the sun. So, time to release. Let's take a look at your tarot messages. I'm gonna pull 6 cards. We're going to look at the past, very recent past, your current energies, as well as your near future energies. We're also going to look at what your blockages might be, what advice, you know, will help you to get past those blockages, as well as the outcome for your week. So, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, the higher selves of the Scorpios that are tuning into this video at this time, please join me at this time to deliver clear and honest messages for my Scorpios for their week ahead, so that they can make the most of this time and of their season. Okay, this is for Scorpio. This is for Scorpio. There we go, Scorpio. Okay, there we go. I think that's 6. Let's see. 1, 2, this was number 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. There we go. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, so for your recent past card, you got the 7 of Swords. With that 7 of Swords energy, we call it the Thief of the Tarot. Essentially, that is kind of tiptoeing around your secrets and your thoughts. This guy is, you know, letting a little bit on. He's like revealing some things. The swords are representative of the truth and the thoughts and everything. So he's like kind of breadcrumbing essentially a little bit of information, but then keeping the rest to himself. So there's no gender in tarot, so this could apply to anybody. I'm saying he because it's just a male figure in the card. But essentially in the past, it's like you were just burdened by all of this secretive energy, not wanting to face things, not wanting to open up, and having to tiptoe, which can be like so burdensome. In the current energy, you've got the 2 of Wands. This is about planning. This is about having the whole world in your hands and being kind of in this safe place. You can see he's in his castle right now. So you haven't quite embarked on your journey yet. Right now, you're just kind of have the whole world in your hands, and you're just thinking like, you know, what direction should I go? How do I handle these things in my life? If this is referring to releasing negativity and embracing your power and these secrets that you might be holding on to, it's like you're trying to figure out how to face those things right now. So you're really in a planning place in this like protective barrier, which is, you know, being protected inside yourself. You haven't quite opened up yet and embarked on that journey. But in the near future, there is this King of Cups. So with the King of Cups, he's fully confident about his feelings. He doesn't hide anything. He embraces his emotions. He embraces, you know, that he can confidently connect with other people. He can confidently be vulnerable and not have to be worried or scared about it. He's comfortable being vulnerable. And he's just very much in his power. So I feel like that is you choosing the path with that Two of Wands to confess everything that's been, you know, weighing on you and burdening you, and allowing yourself that vulnerability to basically free yourself, to, you know, release that negativity and end that cycle. And if you notice, actually, I'm totally wrong. I thought this was the ocean, but those are mountains. But you know, there's all of this storm energy coming in. There's this like, which makes me think of like emotions that are just brewing and building up, and at some point those things have to be released, and that gives you power in releasing those things. So your blockage is the Justice card. So the Justice card in the position of the blockages makes me think that you're like maybe a little bit too concerned with not stepping on anyone's toes, being fair, being just. And because you're so concerned with everybody and every aspect of everything, it's like you just kind of, like I said earlier, breadcrumb a little bit to everybody instead of being fully open and honest with everybody. It's like you don't want to hurt anybody, so you don't make a move at all. So the Justice card is really just saying like, hey, time to balance those scales, time to own up to your truth, and, you know, do the best thing for yourself, not for everybody else, but for yourself. The advice here, you got the Six of Cups. This card is a kind of longing for the past card. So this could be like connecting with somebody or something from your past, re-exploring the things that shaped who you were initially. What are the things that brought you joy and comfort and made you feel like you could be free enough to be yourself and to be vulnerable in the past? As well as, this is literally the like past love card. So this could be also connecting to, and this is for some people, not for everybody, connecting to a person from your past that maybe brought you comfort and joy and gave you that balance and clarity that you were looking for, but maybe right now you're just like too scared to tell them like what's been going on, you know, or owning up to like who you are now and how you've like lost sight of who you are now with this Justice card. So, and the outcome card here for this week, it's just like a lot of, it's the Four of Swords. You have a lot of reflective energy. This is just like taking a break from everybody, from everything, even from your own thoughts, and just laying down your swords. And in this case, I feel like it's literally laying down the swords that have been burdening you. This weight that you've been carrying around, lay them down, take a breather, go within, you know, meditate a little bit, and really tap back into who you used to be so that, you know, you can balance those scales and be super vulnerable and release all of the negativity. So this is definitely a very transformative time for you, Scorpio. I would highly suggest that you tap into that power that you have right now between, you know, now and, you know, mid-November, before Sagittarius season starts. So I hope this helps you guys. If it resonated with you, I would love to hear about it down in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscription box down below, hit the little bell, and I'll see you guys next time. So hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your week ahead reading. If you checked out my Instagram stories earlier today, you saw that I drew 2 oracle messages for you. And right now we're going to take a deeper look at what these 2 oracle messages mean and expand on those with the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I'll be live shuffling and pulling those and talking about those right now. So without further ado, we got first the Voyage card, and prosperity lies ahead. So the initial message that I got from this was just that it might be time for you to embark on a new path. And if you do, if you have to voyage for that, it is something that is kind of outside of your comfort zone a little bit. Once you embrace that and you do start on that journey towards that, and if you stay on track and on your path, then you will find prosperity and you will find success. You just have to ignore the distractions and, you know, full steam ahead like this. You know, this is represented by the Taurus energy, that bull. It's like once they see red, you know, they beeline for that target, and they don't, you know, they don't get distracted. They don't get off of their mark. So I think that's what you have to be right now, is just full steam ahead. So let's take a deeper look with the tarot. So angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and the higher selves of all the Sagittarians that are watching this video at this time, please join me to give clear, honest answers so that I can direct my Sagittarians in the right direction for the week ahead and make it the best week possible. So this is for Sagittarius. Let's do one more. Okay, these cards are not wanting to deal with me. Okay. So Sagittarius, first off, I always take note of when the cards aren't shuffling very smoothly. That was a smooth shuffle. Because it signals to me that there could be some blockages in taking this voyage here for you, because the cards are just like getting stuck on each other. So what are those blockages that are keeping you from embarking on this new journey and prospering? All right, so we're gonna pull 6 cards. We got the World, 9 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, the Strength card, Page of Swords. A lot of people have been getting the Strength card, and a lot of people have been getting it in the advice section, which is very interesting. So in the recent past, Sagittarius, you got the World card. So I feel like you were in a place recently where something came to an end, and it could have been abrupt, it could have been a long time coming, whatever it was, that is finally closing up, and there's this kind of new beginning happening. Maybe you don't have the full clarity of what that new beginning really entails, but you're in that transformative state right now, which it is Scorpio season right now, which is all about transformations and death and rebirth and the cycles of life. So that kind of makes sense that that would be kind of culminating right now. In the current energy, you've got that 9 of Cups. This is kind of like a wish fulfillment card type of a thing. So it's like you're starting to see the abundance come in a little bit at a time, and you're working your way towards this like ultimate happiness that you want in your life, but maybe you're 1 or 2 steps away from achieving that, because there's just, you know, still some things that need to be done, still some ducks that need to be put in a row, basically. So regardless, in the current energies right now, there's just a lot of positive energy working on your side, a lot of like, you know, manifestation type of energy where the things that you wanted in your life are now starting to trickle in, you know, maybe because you let go of something in the past. So that is like that prosperity lies ahead card. In the near future, you got the Ace of Pentacles. So like I said with that World card, how maybe something ended but you didn't have full clarity yet of how to start over or start fresh. In the near future, this is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new opportunity coming in for you that will bring stability, that will bring prosperity. So whatever it's going to be, just keep your eyes peeled because you don't want to miss it. And you may have to, like I said, step out of your comfort zone to see it. Maybe the opportunity is, you know, not in the same town as you. Maybe there's some travel involved. Maybe it requires you to like get new certifications or something that you don't quite have right now. So don't be afraid of that and take that, you know, extra effort so that that prosperity comes in for you, because it seems like it's going to be a good beneficial thing for you. So the blockage that has been keeping you from, like I said with the cards, you know, not shuffling properly, it felt like there was a blockage. I feel like you're just kind of with this, what is this? This is the Eight of Swords. With this Eight of Swords, you are really up in your head about, you know, are things going to work out for me? Is prosperity coming for me? Am I going to make it out alive? Like, you're so busy worrying about if the payoff is going to come that you're not making the steps to get to the payoff. So with this Voyage card, it really is just saying like, time to step out of your head and start taking physical steps towards something so that that prosperity has a chance to find you. And the advice, you have that Strength card. So this really is finding that inner strength to be able to get out of your head, to be able to step out of your comfort zone, to be able to take this journey, whatever that journey may be. It may even be an inward journey. It might just be, you know, reflecting on who you are, what you want, and what your own, you know, flaws are. I hate to say flaws because I feel like, you know, everything is also a positive if we work around it correctly. But if you can pinpoint the things that are like your shadow side of yourself and work on those, then I feel like you'll be able to stay on that path like that bull and keep charging forward, you know, really just kind of tackling the beasts that are like up in your head. And in the outcome card, you got the Page of Swords. So again, this is just talking about a time period of this week. So it's a very short time period, whereas like a voyage and a journey and all of these things and chapters closing, you know, can represent years, you know, centuries, you know, whatever it may be. Probably not centuries, but at least decades. But with this Page of Swords for this week, this is really you observing. It's like you have, you know, your eyes open, you're looking for everything that you can, looking for every opportunity. You could be actually, you know, getting online and searching for opportunities. You could be reaching out to people and saying like, hey, do you have any connections to this? And do you have these resources and those sorts of things? So you really are just kind of like in this detective phase for the rest of your life, for the next chapter at least. So it's a good energy to be in, but don't get stuck in that energy forever. It's good to watch and to research and to figure out what your path is going to be, but don't stay there for too long. Like, just take that first step and go, you know, take that journey like the bull. Okay, so Sagittarius, that is your reading for the week ahead. I hope that resonated with you. If you connected with that at all, I would love to hear about it down in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that little subscription bell, hit that little box, and I will see you guys next time. So thank you guys. Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your week ahead reading. This is going to be for October 25th to November 1st. And if you tuned into my Instagram stories earlier today, I pulled 2 oracle messages for you. We're going to look at those same 2 oracle messages, but expand on it with the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I'm going to pull 6 cards. So the first card that I had pulled for you was Potential. There we go. You can see there's like a volcano back there. So it's like starting to smoke. So I feel like maybe you're on the verge of having a breakthrough with something and you're just ready to erupt and, you know, step into your power at any moment. But the other card you got was your commitment is being tested. So it's kind of saying like, you know, look at what you deem as important in your life. Take a step back and think about what it is that you want to be part of your identity, and really assess, you know, how are you currently making steps to make sure that you have the utmost success in those areas, and that other people view you as that person that you want to be viewed as. So it could be like there's distractions coming in. It could be that there's obstacles. Maybe you've been on a certain path for a while and it's been slowly building, and then some other opportunity comes in, which, you know, it's like, ooh, shiny, because maybe it brings more money or more temporary success. And then you get distracted by that and you step off of your current path. And it's really, you know, testing your commitment to that original path that you had set out for yourself, that you felt you were, you know, very passionate about. So I think this is really a time for you to think about how to stay on your path despite incoming beautiful, shiny distractions. You know, how to weed those things out for the most success in the long run, not temporarily. Okay, so Capricorn, let's take a look at your tarot. Angels, spirit guides, ancestors, and the higher selves of all my Capricorns that are watching this at this time. Please join me here now to deliver the messages that they need to hear and give them clarity for the week ahead so that they can have the best week possible. This is for my Capricorns. Okay. This is for Capricorn. Okay, we got our first card. Okay, seems like you're walking away from something. Death card, it is Scorpio season. What else we have? Okay, we got Knight of Wands. Okay, I'm gonna pull the rest from the top. Ace of Swords, Queen of Cups, and 7 of Pentacles. Okay, Capricorn. I feel like you definitely are being faced with some obstacles right now. And you're having to let go of some of those things and move past them to stay on your path. So the very first card that you got for the recent past was that 8 of Cups. So this is like you having certain things in your life that are like really positive. They're really good. It's a comfortable place. It supports you, blah, blah, blah. But maybe there's something that's in your heart that's saying, it's great, but there's more for me. There's like more out there for me, and I need to go out there and seek it and find it. And maybe I don't even fully know what it is yet, but I'm gonna go out in the night and journey until I do find it. So that can be a very bold move. It can be very risky, but it's also admirable. In the current energy, you got that Death card. It's Scorpio season right now, so this is all about death and rebirth right now. Super transformative type of energy. I feel like right now you have, since, you know, stepping away from your comfort zone and going out to seek something more for yourself, you're in this state of transformation and you're realizing your potential, which is really awesome. So I feel like the Death card is a very positive thing in this position. And for the near future, you got the Knight of Wands. So with that Knight of Wands, this is just a lot of passion. This is just you getting super excited and super charged up and fiery and just ready to just go, like ready for you to seize the day. So you have to be careful though, because that Knight of Wands energy can sometimes act before they think. So while you are on this, journey, on this path, walking away from this life of comfort, don't get too ahead of yourself, and make sure that, because it is this like moonlit night, which the moon can talk about a lack of clarity, just make sure that you don't stumble and you don't, hastily walk down this path in this like dark forest and find yourself in a situation that you have to work a lot harder to get back to your comfort zone in the long run. So make sure that you put in enough thought and reflection and whatnot on whatever this is before you just jump into it. But you have so much passion right now, so that's super cool. So your blockage right now is this Ace of Swords. So to me, that feels like you're not communicating what it is that you feel like you're missing or what you want. Maybe you're not quite owning up to your own self as to what you feel like you need and deserve. Maybe you're kind of making up excuses for yourself to go on this journey, and that is your commitment being tested. That's like being your own blockage. However, this could also just be talking about not communicating to the people in your lives, not being fully honest with them about being not necessarily unhappy, but unfulfilled. So that could be your blockage right now. And not communicating, it builds up and it turns into that volcano in a negative way. So if this was like in reverse, it would be this not communicating, and then boom, the floodgates open of hot burning lava. So in the advice section, you've got the Queen of Cups, which I think pairs well with that blockage as the Ace of Swords, because she's super vulnerable. You can see she's got her head down, she's reflecting, there's water all around her, she's got this big magnificent cup. Basically, she's just very in tune with her emotions. She's very vulnerable, she's very open, she's very reflective. And the advice right now is to step into that queen energy. Again, there's no gender in tarot, so male, female, whatever you resonate with, you can resonate with this queen card. But it's time to open up. It's time to be real with yourself and with the important people in your life. And, odds are opening up to other people about, what you feel like you're unfulfilled with can actually get them on your side wanting to help you, and it can bring opportunities, and they can help you realize your potential and maybe realize certain things that you didn't even think of yourself. So there's no harm in opening up. And if they can't handle it, goodbye. So, in the outcome card, you got that Seven of Pentacles. This is really you just planting all your seeds, making sure that you have this foundation, you have, the soil that's going to have the right nutrients to nourish your plants, which, I'm talking in metaphors here. But it's like being patient enough to know that those seeds are going to turn into something tangible, like, delicious, nourishing fruit. So it's like trusting that this takes time, and trusting that it's not going to happen overnight, and that you have to be willing to you know, sow the field with your seeds and your thoughts, your feelings, everything. Put them all out there and they will blossom. They will grow. Just don't let your commitment be tested too much. Stay on course and you'll have success, because there's just so much passion behind this, and that's really exciting. So best of luck to you, Capricorns. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, I would love to hear about it down in the comments below. A thumbs up would be awesome. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscription box. I would love to have you be a part of the Mystic Meows family. So thank you guys, and I will see y'all next time. And now Pisces, the final sign. If you guys tuned into my Instagram stories earlier today, you saw that I pulled 2 oracle messages for you. We're going to go over those and then look into your tarot cards for a deeper perspective on what's going on. So, without further ado, Pisces, the first card you got was change. And you see there's this like carousel pony that has broken free of that spinning cycle, which, you know, the carousel ponies just go round and round and round and round. And this one is actually like free floating away. Like there's this unlimited possibility of where this balloon could take this carousel pony. And you got a personal issue reaches resolution. There we go. So the initial message that I got from this was that perhaps that you've been struggling with something for a while internally, and you've been stuck in these toxic cycles perhaps, where you're just going round and round and round, and it's like every time you start to go around the cycle, you're expecting to end up at one place, but what ends up happening is you come right back to the, you know, where you started from, and you're not making the progress that you really see for yourself. So this is really positive, because it's saying that that personal issue is going to reach resolution and there's change, which is, you know, everything that you've probably been hoping for at this point. So let's take a look at your tarot cards. I'm going to pull 6 cards, Pisces, for past, present, future, what those current blockages are that's keeping you from that change or that resolution, the advice, and what the outcome is for this week. Not necessarily the long-term outcome, but just for this week. So angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and the higher selves of those Pisces that are tuning into this video at this time, please join me at this time to deliver clear, direct messages to my Pisces so that they can make the best week possible. Okay, this is for Pisces. This is for Pisces. One more. Okay, here we go. That feels good. I'm gonna drink water real quick. So we got the 7 of Pentacles. Makes sense. 10 of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Wands. The Death card. And the 4 of Cups. Okay, Pisces. Starting to get a little picture here. Okay, so in the recent past, you had that 7 of Pentacles. So what that's telling me is that you have planted all of these seeds. You feel like you've taken the steps. You feel like you have done all of the necessary little things, and you should start seeing results. But maybe you're not quite seeing results yet. Maybe you're starting to become a little impatient or not trusting that those things will actually blossom into, you know, these seeds are going to blossom into full-on prosperous fruits for you. In the current energy, however, you do have that 10 of Pentacles. So I think you're really starting to embrace this like change energy, which it is Scorpio season right now, which is all about transformation, death, rebirth, you know, ending cycles, including toxic cycles and starting over with a clean slate. So now is really that perfect time to start thinking about how to, you know, embrace that change and how you can make the most out of your potential. So right now with that 10 of Pentacles, you're just really focused on what your potential is and what's going to bring you the most success, which is really great. In the near future, you got that Knight of Cups. So to me, with the previous cards, hi Sifty, got a kitty friend. What's happening here is this is like an opportunity coming in. So I feel like in the near future, because of those seeds that you've planted, because of those steps that you've taken, that change is coming in. And this is a Knight presenting to you this long-awaited opportunity. So definitely be on the lookout for that. You want to say hi? Oh my goodness. Say hi. Say hi. All right, time to get down. So your blockages, you got the Knight of Wands. So to me, this is like you are perhaps acting before you fully think things out. You're just kind of like full steam ahead, going for it, hoping for the best possible outcome, and not really fleshing out all of those details quite yet. Which can become a big issue, because if you just take that leap without thinking about where you're going to land, it can end up very negative. So that blockage right now is that you don't have a very solid plan. You have almost like too much passion, and you need to reel it back a bit and really start to, you know, think about what it is, not just that you want, but all of the little steps in between that are going to get you there. And the advice is the Death card, which again, I talked about that Scorpio energy right now. You did get that Change card too, which I feel like is the Death card with that particular deck. But the advice really is just to embrace something that's outside of your comfort zone. Embrace something that maybe isn't your typical process for things. If you can see, there's a shadow going by right now, and that's a cattail passing in front of my light. So that's what's going on with that. You're not going crazy. So embracing that change, allowing for the sun to rise and to take you to something new. Be open to it. And if it looks different than your normal process, if it looks like something that you typically would say, I don't really do that, like I do it this way, well, maybe you should go ahead and embrace that change and trust that that can transform into something that's exactly what you need. Because if you're stuck in a cycle, then that means that you're just repeating everything that's not working. So it's time to do something that will work for you. And then we got, as the outcome for this week, that Four of Cups. So, Sifty, come here. She's about to knock something over. Hold on, so dramatic. Okay, sorry about that. So the Four of Cups here as the outcome for this week just tells me that you're maybe not necessarily fully embracing that advice or that change, and that the universe really is showing you the way and giving you clues and signs, synchronicities, certain things that are like, you know, neon arrows pointing like, do this, do this. And you're still being hesitant because it's not necessarily the way you would normally do something. So embrace that change, and that cycle that you keep getting stuck in will, you know, that chain will come loose and spit you out and bring you that abundance and prosperity and success that you're looking for. Okay. All right, Pisces, I hope that helped. If you resonated with that, I would appreciate, you know, a thumbs up. I'd love to hear about it down in the comments. Hitting that little subscription box would be awesome so you can stay tuned for future videos. And I hope this coming week is awesome for you. Keep your eyes open for opportunities and for, you know, the chance to improve yourself and take a leap of faith. But, you know, think about it before you do. Make sure that it is the right choice for you. Don't go full steam ahead just because something is like being presented to you. And